今日の会話はレストランについて話します。初心者向けなので内容を聞き取れるか聞いてみてくださいね。
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Gengo Lingo mini lesson. Today's topic is restaurants.
Yay, yeah.
Yes. Who likes restaurants? Maui?
Me.
Do you like restaurants?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with some types of restaurants.
Okay.
All right, Maui, what types of restaurants do you usually go to?
Well, now that we have two small kids, we usually go to family-friendly restaurants.
Right. Okay. Drink bar.
Yes.
Big menu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Entertainment for kids, like coloring books or reading books.
Yes.
They have those placemats that kids can color on.
Right.
It's very useful.
Right. Yes. Our young kids love it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But Maui, if you were by yourself, would you go to a family-friendly restaurant?
No. In university, I used to go to those kind of, in Japan, they say famiresu, because of the drink bar.
Yes.
And I would stay there and study, which I think is frowned upon.
Yes, I've heard more and more, I've seen signs that say, please don't do this.
Yeah.
Yes. Or there's a time limit.
Yeah, exactly. There's a time limit. But it was, it's a good place to study and focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to answer your question,
Yes.
what kind of restaurant? I like yakiniku restaurants.
Okay.
So they're a bit smoky for our
smoky.
kids. Yeah. But, yeah, if I didn't have kids, I would go to more of those. I like the experience of cooking my own food.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, well, I like sit-down restaurants.
Okay.
So if you and I went to a restaurant, I would choose something ethnic, maybe like a Thai restaurant or an Indian restaurant or Chinese restaurant. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, right. It is right around lunchtime.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like a table, a maybe more limited menu where I know the food will be good.
Yeah, okay.
And I like atmosphere or ambiance.
Yeah. So you said sit-down restaurant.
Yes.
Right? So tables and chairs.
And a waiter or waitress.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
That's my image.
So does that mean there are standing restaurants?
Well, when I lived in Canada, I would say no.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
you always sit at a restaurant.
Right. Yes. But
Yeah.
in Japan, we have tons of standing restaurants,
right, yeah.
right? Standing steak, even.
I know.
Steak
I know. Suddenly steak.
Ikinari?
That's right.
Yeah, suddenly steak.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting, catchy name. But yeah, if you had told me when I was living in Hawaii that you could eat steak standing up, I would have said, what?
Yeah, I would have said, why?
Yeah, right.
Can I sit, please?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, well, what other types of restaurants or eateries
Ooh, nice word.
are there?
So, don't forget about cafes. Cafes for just coffee or cafes that serve food as well.
Yeah, cafe restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. Pub.
A pub, yes.
I love pubs.
Yes. But, no, since becoming a
Yeah.
dad,
Yeah.
maybe you don't go to pubs so often.
I don't. No. Right. I go to family restaurants most of the time.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you like about pubs?
So pubs usually have a nice selection of beer and also an interesting menu. Often a good variety. I'm imagining like sandwiches right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, my favorite pubs in Canada often had really good sandwiches.
So it's interesting you said sandwiches
Yeah.
because when I think of a pub, maybe because in Hawaii, I don't really think we had so many like pub type restaurants. So when I think pub, I think after work,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So you grab a beer or a drink, and you just kind of have finger foods or appetizers.
Yeah.
But you would go to a pub in the middle of the day and grab a sandwich or something?
Well, yeah, pubs could serve lunch. Of course, I probably wouldn't drink alcohol at lunch, but I could also go to a pub for dinner. Me and my friends would go to the pub, and you can choose just to drink, have some snacks, or you can get a full meal.
Right. Well, what's great now is that everywhere is non-smoking.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
That's a big change.
yeah, it's huge because when I first came to Japan, all the pubs were you could smoke. So even though I liked the atmosphere, I hated the fact that they were smoky.
Right.
So I would kind of avoid them. But now that they are non-smoking, yeah, it's great.
There you go. There you go. I feel like we're forgetting one important type of restaurant.
What is it?
Can you guess? It's a Japanese style.
An izakaya?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So in English, people often say, "What do I call it?"
Yeah. Right.
And I often say, you can just call it izakaya.
Right.
And explain what it is. So it's kind of like a Japanese pub style restaurant.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I like that too. I like using the Japanese word. I think we don't have to translate everything into English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Japanese style pub, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think are the main characteristics of a izakaya?
Izakaya. Okay. So the first thing that comes to mind is noise. So they're very lively.
Yeah.
You step in the door and somebody yells at you in a friendly way. You got to take your shoes off. Usually large tables for large groups of people. And lots of people having lively conversations.
Yeah. I really like the menus at izakayas because usually the food portions are quite small, right? So you can order many different things as opposed to, if you go to a restaurant, you get one big meal or plate. Yeah, so it's nice to try various things.
Yes. Yes, and share them, right?
Exactly.
The main part of izakaya is you get food for the table.
Yeah.
I had to adjust to this style.
Was that a culture shock for you?
A little, yes. I would order and expected, this is mine.
And people are like,
People,
oh.
what are you doing?
You're like, I've got one piece left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you order more.
Right.
Yeah, because it's very reasonably priced as well, right?
Right. So now I'm used to it.
Okay.
I'm getting bicultural.
That's good.
And now I'm really hungry.
Yeah, right. Well, why don't we go grab some lunch?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining us for this conversation. We hope it was fun. Let us know in the comments what is your favorite type of restaurant and what do you like to order?
Great.
Yeah,
Okay. I want to hear.
All
okay,
right,
thanks.
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.